Hi, lovies, I'm back again. This is a story of a man who had almost nothing, yet gave away everything he had, a simple act of kindness that would change his life forever. There is this poor man named Daniel that lives in a rentage close to my house. He owned no house, no land, and no family by his side. Every day, Daniel would go out hustling for food, working small jobs just to survive. That evening, after a long day, he was exhausted. His hands were rough from labor, his clothes torn from time, and his stomach ached with hunger. Finally, Daniel earned enough to buy a small piece of bread and a bowl of rice. It was the first proper meal he had in days. As he sat under a lonely tree, he whispered to himself, "Thank you, God, for at least giving me this little food tonight." Just as he was about to eat, Daniel noticed someone walking slowly down the dusty road. The man looked even weaker than him, clothes ragged, face pale, eyes full of hunger. The stranger collapsed near the tree where Daniel sat. Daniel rushed to him. "Sir, are you all right?" he asked softly. The stranger's voice was weak. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I don't think I can make it any further." Daniel looked at the food in his hands. It was all he had, his only meal. But he saw the stranger's pain, and he couldn't ignore it. With tears in his eyes, Daniel broke the bread in half, then gave both halves to the stranger. He handed him the bowl of rice and said gently, "Here, you need this more than I do." The stranger looked shocked. "But you are poor yourself. Why give it to me?" Daniel smiled faintly. "Hunger I can endure, but watching another man suffer while I hold food in my hands, that I cannot bear." The stranger ate slowly, tears rolling down his face. Daniel sat quietly, stomach empty, but heart strangely full. The next morning, Daniel woke up weak from hunger, but still grateful he had helped. Like I never knew there were still good people in the world now. As he walked out for daily bread, he saw a group of men searching for someone. At the center was a wealthy merchant, known by all. The merchant shouted, "Last night I was lost and starving. A poor man gave me all he had to eat. Does anyone know this man?" Daniel froze in shock. The stranger he had fed was no ordinary man. He was the richest merchant in the region, traveling in disguise after losing his way. When the merchant saw Daniel, his eyes filled with recognition. "There he is," he said with joy, "and that man saved my life." The merchant embraced Daniel and declared, "From this day forward, you will never go hungry again." He took Daniel to his home, gave him clean clothes, shelter, and enough food to last. But more than wealth, the merchant gave Daniel something priceless: dignity, friendship, and hope. The poor man who once had nothing now had everything, all because he chose kindness over survival. Daniel's story teaches us this: true wealth is not measured by what you keep, but by what you give. Sometimes one small act of kindness can change a life, and in return, change your own. And so, guys, what do you think about Daniel's kindness? Let me know in the comment section, and let me know where you are watching from, and also, subscribe and share to that stingy friend so that they can learn and change. Bye, guys. See you all on my next video.